Welcome to Mayweather-Pacquiao, the definitive guide. I'm your host, Michael Montero. And this week we're going to talk about the strategies and keys to victory for both fighters. Let's go ahead and get started with the challenger, Manny Pacquiao. Now, at his best, Manny is a boxer-puncher, and he's a swarmer, volume-punching type of fighter. Manny's strengths as a fighter are his speed, his footwork, mainly his balance, cutting off the ring, his power with both hands, and his stamina. He's just as fresh in the 12th round as he is in the first round. When it comes to X factors for Pacquiao in this particular fight, I like the fact that he's a southpaw, and we know Floyd has fought southpaws before, but Manny's not just coming from that awkward southpaw stance. He's bringing power in both hands. He's got speed with his hands, and he's got speed with his feet. So I think it is a unique type of fighter and its style that Floyd hasn't faced yet. But to me, the biggest X factor for Pacquiao is he has nothing to lose here. He's going up against the pound-for-pound king, Floyd Mayweather, who's favored to win this fight. Everybody feels Manny's a few years past his best, so he's got nothing to lose here. And that might affect the psychology of this fight. But now let's look at the keys to victory. Manny's got to get in, get off, and get out before Floyd can counter him. And a big part of that isn't just diving in and diving out, but it's coming at angles and knowing that Floyd's going to make adjustments to those angles. Floyd's a counterpuncher. He's going to sit back. He's going to try to time Manny. So Manny's got to watch for Floyd to make those adjustments and then switch up the angles. Manny's got to have a plan B, plan C, plan D when it comes to getting in, getting out, and the angles that he's punching at. Volume, volume, volume. Manny's got to throw 800, 900 punches to win this fight. He's been throwing about 50 punches per round recently. That's not going to get it done in this one. Manny can outwork Mayweather, who just doesn't throw a lot of punches. But even if Manny's got to get Floyd on the ropes and get off to the shoulders, to the arms, jab to the chest, whatever he's got to do, he's got to punch with volume to have a good chance in this fight. And lastly, he can't dive in. Of course, this was the big mistake he made against Marquez. Manny's got to work his way in. That goes back to the angles, getting in, getting out. Like I said before, Manny can't just lunge in. He's got to work, whether it's behind a jab, whether it's feinting, whether it's waiting for Floyd to come at him and countering Floyd. Whatever he's got to do to work his way in, then get off. If he just lunges in against Mayweather, he's going to get tagged. Look, if Chris Algieri was able to land some straight left hands down the middle against Pacquiao, imagine what Mayweather can do. Okay, now let's talk about the pound-for-pound king, Floyd Money Mayweather. At his best, Floyd is a defensive genius. He's probably the best in the boxing business today. He's a counterpuncher by nature, and he's a spoiler, meaning he likes to take his opponent's biggest strength and spoil it. He's not afraid to stink out the joint at times if he has to, by holding, by leaning, doing whatever he's got to do to nullify his opponent's best strength. Floyd's strengths as a fighter are his speed, his defense, as I stated before, he's the best in the business, his accuracy. He is one of the most accurate counterpunchers in boxing history. Ring smarts. I think it's Mayweather and Vladimir Klitschko as far as the two smartest fighters in boxing today. And the amateur pedigree. You know, a lot of people don't know that Floyd won 3 Golden Gloves championships before getting the bronze medal in the '96 Olympic Games, and he was robbed. He should have got the gold in Atlanta. Now, Floyd's X factors in this matchup against Pacquiao. First of all, it's making adjustments. Nobody in boxing makes adjustments like Floyd Mayweather today. And Floyd doesn't mind giving up the first or second round to see what his opponent's bringing to him. It's going to be no different here. I think he's going to see what Pacquiao brings, and then he's going to make adjustments. And then for me, the biggest X factor in this fight between both fighters is the O. I know the O is something that's been argued about on social media for years now, and Floyd probably talks about it a little too much. But in this fight, I think it matters because the fact is, Floyd's never lost a professional boxing match. He's never even been seriously hurt. And it wasn't that long ago that Pacquiao was put to sleep. So that might affect the psychology of this fight, especially if things get rough later on in the championship rounds. Now, as far as keys to victory for Floyd, the first thing he's got to do is slow down the tempo. Basically, do the opposite of what Manny Pacquiao wants to do. If Floyd could hold Manny to 50 or less punches a round, I think this is easy work for Floyd. Get Manny's respect. and get it early. I think this is a big one for Floyd. He can't just counterpunch all night because Manny will keep coming at him and Floyd can get outworked. Floyd needs to sit down on a punch, plant his feet, punch with his ass, and nail Manny a few times early to get his respect and make Pacquiao think twice about coming inside on him. Steal rounds. Floyd needs to be cognizant of the fact that although he is the A side in this fight, this is kind of like a 1A/1B scenario. Floyd is not necessarily going to get the benefit of the doubt from the judges if rounds are close. So down the stretch, the last minute, the last 30 seconds of a round, Floyd needs to land some leather to make sure the judges know who's boss. And lastly for Floyd, don't lay on the ropes. Look, he's laid on the ropes against certain fighters before, like Marcos Maidana. Manny's a much different animal. Floyd needs to keep this fight in the center of the ring, where he can get out to his right, to his left, he can pivot. He has more options getting away from Pacquiao if Manny gets close. On the ropes, he can get caught there, he can get trapped, and Manny can get off. And those are the spots where Manny can outwork Floyd and possibly get rounds. So Mayweather needs to keep this one in the middle of the ring to make it easier for him. So there you have it, fight fans. These are the strategies and keys to victory as I see them for Mayweather and Pacquiao. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Follow me on Twitter at Montero on Boxing, and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, get the word out, share this with your boxing friends. I'm Michael Montero. This is Mayweather-Pacquiao, the definitive guide. I'll see you guys next week.